G'day battlers, and today we're doing some Sorcerous Cup battles up against Crusader and Ramberto77 later on in the video. And if you haven't seen already my meta simplified guide for the Sorcerous Cup, definitely click up there to watch that first before this video so you kind of know what's going on with the matchup. So we had a fantastic lead there with Noctowl up against Beedrill, so he kind of just had to switch out there into Licky Licky, and that let us switch into Toxicroak. So Toxicroak, it's kind of a closer matchup than you would think because it is a counter user counter up against a normal type. So we decided to throw the Mud Bomb here to try and put some shield pressure on, and we do get the shield out of Licky Licky. And you see how low we're getting here on health, so we have to shield up this Body Slam to survive basically, and then we're going to be hoping that we can counter down the Licky Licky before we get Licky Licked down. So we are able to hang on with a clutch of HP. Going to throw this Mud Bomb straight away onto whatever comes in. And based on the typing in the top right there, it is probably the Beedrill, so we're just going to chunk a little bit of health off of the Beedrill basically before we go down, which is definitely nice. And then we're going to bring back in the Noctowl. Probably going to threaten him to shield to switch out straight away, but it looked like he was staying in, so we decided to go for the Sky Attack, just put that shield pressure right onto the Beedrill. He's presumably trying to get a Sludge Bomb off, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do because he did burn that shield, so we're going to let it come through because we know we can tank it. Noctowl is a very bulky Pokemon, eat the Sludge Bomb, and then he switches out into Frostlass, so we decided to get this Sky Attack off just to chunk down a lot of health off of the Frostlass, and then we are going to switch into the Alolan Mark that we had in the back. Now, I am running Acid Spray on my Alolan Mark. I believe PvP recommends Dark Pulse and Sludge Wave. I think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right. So we're going to eat that Avalanche. Didn't have to burn a shield yet. And then you're going to go straight for the Dark Pulse so we can take out the Frostlass. Didn't have to burn our shield. And then we are going to be able to take out the Beedrill in the back. And we still have a shield in case he's going to get a charge move off, basically. So we're actually getting pretty low. So we're kind of thinking, oh, do we let ourselves go down and then hope Noctowl can finish off? But kind of didn't know how much health Noctowl had left after Frostlass hit it with a few Powder Snows, so decided to burn the shield, and we do get this Dark Pulse off just before we go down, so it was pretty close as is. I'm not sure what would have happened if we didn't go for that decision, but we are able to take the game out with, again, pretty close game there, so definitely GG's there. And going into game 2, we're going to be using unique Pokemon for, I think, the first 5 of these 6 battles, like, just every single Pokemon is going to be unique. So we've got Munchlax here up against the shiny Venomoth, so that definitely a very nice shiny, but then we're going straight for the Body Slams because Venomoth isn't very tanky, can't take a lot of hits, so the Body Slams are definitely going to chunk it down. And yeah, so that's how much damage our Body Slam does. Switching out to the Azumarill, and luckily we do have here Guntank. Guntank is going to be able to put a lot of pressure onto the Azumarill. Now, unfortunately, my Guntank still has Sludge Bomb and Flamethrower, so that was kind of hangover back from, what cup was it? Was it Ferocious Cup that we had? Whatever cup it was, we had Guntank. I had Flamethrower for the Guntank mirror match, and then it was also treating me well in Go Battle League. So I kind of kept it on here, but luckily we were able to land the Sludge Bomb because if that got shielded up, if Azumarill was burning the shields, we might be in a lot of trouble there because he didn't have the Crunch to shield bait. And here in comes Medicham, and that would be another nice place to have Crunch because Medicham has that Psychic typing as well as the Fighting typing. So yeah, we should be TMing our Guntank away for this cup for sure into the Crunch Sludge Bomb moveset that is the kind of standard way to go. Medicham farms us all the way down there, so kind of thinking what we're going to bring in. Munchlax is obviously going to take a lot of damage from the counters and whatnot, so we decided to bring in the Frostlass. Gonna eat hopefully a Power Up Punch here, and it is a Power Up Punch, so that's definitely nice. Maybe was expecting the Munchlax to come in, and kind of expecting him to shield out, to switch out there. We decided to just, we figured that he must have a Pokemon in the back that was weak to Frostlass, so we switched into the Munchlax to just kind of like eat Medicham's energy basically, throw this Body Slam, hopefully. I'm not sure if it was the best play, it really wasn't the best play, I don't think. I think I was just kind of thinking, well, kind of want to keep Frostlass, and we do burn the shield there, so I guess not all lost. And we are going to be able to get to an Avalanche before Medicham can throw a charge move at us, so I'm not sure if he was over-farming there, didn't think we were quite at a charge move range or what, but we were able to get the Avalanche off. And in comes Venomoth. Venomoth is in the back, so actually Munchlax wouldn't have been that bad to also bring in, but yeah, we're going to be able to get this Avalanche off. And down goes the Venomoth. So that is another GG's there. We still had a shield. I'm not sure. Venomoth probably could have thrown a charge move, but just confusioning down was basically the only possible win condition. Like, obviously it wasn't really, but like, there was no point burning a shield burning a charge move if it was just going to get shielded anyway. So Hypno up against Medicham, which again from the Meta Simplified guide, Hypno is going to be able to beat out the Medicham. Now I think he was trying to catch a Shadow Ball into that Licky, but unfortunately, unfortunately for him, we did not go straight for the Shadow Ball rampant tapping. So we're able to keep the energy on the Hypno, switch into Azumarill into the Licky. Now I'm not sure what the best moveset for Azumarill in this cup is. I haven't quite looked into it. It's definitely something I should look into. Azumarill is definitely going to be around, as it always is, whenever you can use it. If people can use Azumarill, they will use Azumarill because it is such a bulky little fairy tank thing, but able to land a player up, which is definitely nice. So basically we're going to be able to burn a shield on this body slam, and then hopefully bubble down before another body slam comes through. Kind of hoping we don't have to burn both shields here on the Licky matchup, and we do take it out, so that's definitely nice there. In comes Azumarill of his own, so we could tell that because of the water fairy typing coming up in the top right again. So yeah, player F goes through, and we should be able to actually get to another player F before he does, assuming he doesn't go for like an Ice Beam. But unfortunately we overtap there, which is a lot easier with the recent Pokemon update. So yeah, definitely unfortunate. If we just undertapped it or didn't overtap it, we would have been able to get that player off. But it doesn't matter too much because we bring in the Tentacruel here. Tentacruel is actually running the Poison Jab here, so Poison Jab going to be doing super effective damage to the Azumarill. And then we are running Acid Spray, so Acid Spray, we did burn a shield and able to take the defense down. So that's the best of both worlds there. And we're just going to let this charge move come through because we know it's not going to take us out no matter what it is. And it is the player off, so because we have the poison typing, we do resist the player off. Switch into Hypno to catch this charge move that he's trying to get off before, but unfortunately, unfortunately for him, we were just basically lucked out with the timing there. We go for the Ice Punch, and that was definitely an accident on my part. I think I didn't realize that. Oh no, he started a shield. Okay, I think. Oh, this was the mistake one. Sorry, I'm mincing my words here, but yeah, I was going for the Ice Punch bait first, and then I tried to go for the Shadow Ball the next go because he had no more shields, but unfortunately, I tapped the Ice Punch too early, so had to go through, and it basically kept Medicham standing. So as is, we tried to Confusion down, but he's able to get this charge move off, so probably not the worst thing, because it means that we're going to be able to farm up like one quick move damage, but Hypno actually hangs on. Hypno, the absolute beast, able to get this Ice Punch off onto the Azumarill. That is unreal that that was actually able to... No, that was sick. That was awesome. But in comes the Tentacruel, and we go straight for the Acid Spray just to lock down this matchup for sure. Take out the Azumarill, and that is GG. So thank you, Crusader, for the battles. And then we're going to be moving on to opponent numero uno, Ramberto, who is an absolute legend. Like he's an absolute beast. I basically went into this expecting to lose every game, maybe learn a bit from how hard he was beating me. So yeah, let's get into these battles. Now we have Bronzong up against Guntank, which is not a good matchup. And the funny thing about the team that I've brought is it's all kind of weak to Guntank. So kind of thinking, oh dear, how are we going to get through this? And he decided to go for the Psyshock and like didn't even try to go up to the Bulldoze to bait, and we let the Crunch go through. So already some questionable decisions on my part, but we'll see how it plays out. Does shield the Psyshock anyway though, so I guess that's actually alright. Maybe he wasn't counting, maybe he just wanted to keep this Guntank healthy. Now in comes Azumarill, so we switch into Linoone. Linoone is going to be able to get these Grass Knots and Thunders off, which is definitely going to do a chunk to Azumarill. But you might have seen there from the switch menu, we had Bronzong, Linoone, and Wigglytuff, and they are all going to be weak to that Guntank. So I really wasn't sure how I was going to deal with it. I just TM'd Dig away from Linoone before this battle, and Dig at least might have been some sort of out to do super effective damage to the Guntank. So yeah, definitely considering how I'm going to be able to get out of it. Maybe I can like do something with Bronzong or something, but yeah, we use this Grass Knot expecting it to take out the Azumarill. Does do that. And then in comes the Wigglytuff. So we're kind of hoping to get a charge move off, but with that combo of getting a little bit of energy on the Wigglytuff and then switching it to Guntank, Linoone does go down before the Grass Knot gets off. Bring in the Bronzong just to eat up the energy from the Guntank, and then hope that somehow Wigglytuff can take out both all of its health in the Guntank without taking much damage, and then beat the mirror match Wigglytuff with even shields. So yeah, basically this was a game loss at this point. There really wasn't anything I could do at that point. I would have had to make a better decision earlier on, or really better yet, just bring in a team that wasn't so weak to Guntank. So basically, take that as a lesson. Make sure that even in your practice battles, you are bringing in balanced lines. So bringing the Alolan Muck here in the lead up against Hypno. So definitely an awesome matchup for us in the lead. Instant switch out into the normal type Munchlax. So we kind of didn't bring an answer for Munchlax, which is a little unfortunate. And in our panic, because we didn't know this cup well enough, this is right now it's only my 5th battle in the cup. I bring a Hypno into a Munchlax. Now, Munchlax is going to be doing ghost damage with the licks that it's throwing, which is going to be super effective to the Hypno, so really not my best hour. So now we kind of just have to play out of my mistake. Definitely unfortunate, especially when you're playing up against such a high caliber opponent. Big old Ramberto the Elite. Now, yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do here. If we shield, we can maybe Confusion down, but we actually let it come through, so maybe it would have been better to shield, although I think we were worried that he started 2 shields and we didn't want to get into a 0-2 shield deficit. So he brought in the Tentacruel hoping to be able to farm down, but unfortunately, Body Slam coming through here, so that is definitely going to hurt a little bit. Little worried that it was a Bulldoze because we weren't counting, but luckily it was just a Body Slam. And in comes the Hypno, so we decided to go for the Acid Spray here. Probably not going to burn a shield from Ramberto's end, especially because he doesn't have to worry about anything, and that guy does not like to shield when he doesn't have to. And a perfect switch. We tried to switch into Alolan Muck to throw this Dark Pulse at the Hypno, but he switched. He was ready with the switch, switching into Wigglytuff, able to not shield the Dark Pulse, sorry. Going for the Acid Spray here, hoping to maybe burn a shield this time, but doesn't shield again, even though it's super effective. I think just because he knew that Hypno was going to be able to win out this matchup, wanted to flex with that 2 shield, yeah, able to take out Alolan Muck before another charge move comes through. In comes Tentacruel, and we still have a shield, but we probably didn't have to burn it here. Probably just could have let it go down. Thunder Punch absolutely seals the deal, but because we have that poison typing, Confusion going to take us out before we get a charge move off. Actually going for a charge move just to finish this off for sure. And that is GG's there. So yeah, one more battle to go. And then, by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider doing that. Plenty more Sorcerous Cup content coming out soon. Now, it's Guntank up against Hypno. He's definitely scared of that because he thought we would have Crunch, which we actually do not, but he didn't know that at the time, so switch out into Munchlax. We kind of decided to stay in with Guntank because we were kind of ready to counter the Hypno, I guess, with other Pokemon, so, and obviously we don't have Crunch ourselves on the Guntank, so we're just like, hey, this isn't a terrible matchup. As long as we don't get hit by a Bulldoze, we're probably doing alright. So do take a Body Slam there, which wasn't a Bulldoze, but because Body Slam does actually so much, we have to burn the shield anyway without the threat of a Bulldoze, so going to be going straight for this Sludge Bomb if we can get it off, but yeah, here it comes. Let's see if a shield comes up, probably not. Oh no, shield does come up, so trying to preserve that Munchlax, and then this could be a Bulldoze. Actually, Body Slam will take us out anyway. There's no reason that it would be a Bulldoze. Takes us out, and then we're kind of thinking, well, Alolan Muck isn't the we kind of want to keep it for the Hypno, but we also know that Lick is going to be doing super effective damage to Frostlass, not going to be doing resisted damage to the Muck. So we came in, and then we got hit by a Bulldoze, which is like, oh man. And then in comes the Toxicroak, absolutely piling on, and then we're like, well, we throw this Acid Spray, switch into Frostlass, thinking we have no more shields, we have to get an Avalanche off to take out the Toxicroak. This is so not going well. Yeah, we have to take out this Toxicroak, take out the Hypno somehow, so we have to land a Shadow Ball on the Hypno, although even a Shadow Ball wouldn't actually take out the Hypno, so we have to like land the Shadow Ball plus, and Alolan Muck in the back there has like 1 HP, so he's not going to be able to do anything, so we are not looking good here. So yeah, in comes the Hypno. We're going to be able to get to the Shadow Ball, I think. We actually just get to the Shadow Ball, but it's not going to be able to take out the Hypno. So it is GG's here. So thank you both, Crusader and Ramberto, for the battles. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. And there will be plenty more. What's this cup called? I've already forgotten the name. The Sorcerous Cup battle is coming out soon. So yeah, thank you to my patrons, Melatonin1458, brajSF, -10, NotRandyN3wman and Yahwertle for the channel, because I really do appreciate that. And yeah, definitely keen to see how this meta shapes out, because it's looking like there's definitely some more options floating around. We'll see if the meta consolidates into like a sort of rock paper scissors trio that everyone uses, like a Toxicroak, Guntank, Hypno or something. So yeah, anyway, wait and see. So yeah, see you in the next video, folks. Toodaloo.